Imagine a simple daily habit, something as comforting as enjoying a warm cup of cocoa or a piece of dark chocolate, could quietly reshape the way your body ages. Not by magic, not by miracle drugs, but through something deeply rooted in nature, plant power. A groundbreaking new study is turning heads in the world of health and aging, revealing that a supplement made from cocoa extract may do far more than just satisfy a sweet tooth. It might actually help calm the internal fire that fuels many of the diseases we associate with growing older. This fire is not one you can see or feel like a fever. It's a slow, silent kind of inflammation that builds up inside the body over decades, a process scientists have come to call inflammaging. Unlike the kind of inflammation you notice when you sprain an ankle or cut your skin, this version works behind the scenes, damaging blood vessels, weakening the heart, and increasing the risk of chronic illness. It's a major reason why conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline become more common as people pass their 60s and 70s. And while no one can stop time, researchers are now discovering that certain foods, and particularly compounds found in plants, might help keep this internal flame under control. Enter cocoa, one of the most studied natural sources of powerful bioactive molecules known as flavonols. These compounds, abundant in cocoa beans, have long intrigued scientists for their potential to support circulation, protect cells, and influence how the body responds to stress. But until recently, most of the evidence came from small studies or lab experiments. Now, thanks to one of the largest and longest-running nutrition trials ever conducted, there's real-world proof that daily cocoa extract supplementation can meaningfully shift the body's inflammatory balance in older adults. The study followed thousands of participants over several years, giving half of them a specially formulated cocoa extract pill each day while the other half received a look-alike placebo they could not tell apart. The capsules were designed to deliver a concentrated dose of flavonols, much more than what most people get from eating chocolate bars, which often lose these beneficial compounds during processing. What emerged was a clear trend. Those taking the cocoa supplement showed a steady decline in a key marker of inflammation called hsCRP. This protein, produced by the liver in response to inflammation, is a well-established predictor of heart trouble. When levels go down, so does the risk of serious cardiovascular events. But here's what makes this finding truly exciting. It wasn't just about heart numbers. The drop in hsCRP suggests something deeper is happening. The body's aging process appears to be subtly influenced by what we eat, and in this case, a plant-based compound seems to be sending signals that help quiet the chronic irritation that accumulates with age. Think of it like tuning an engine that has been running roughly for too long. Instead of waiting for breakdowns, the system begins to operate more smoothly, with less wear and tear on vital parts. And it gets even more intriguing. While most of the expected markers of inflammation either stayed stable or changed only slightly, one unexpected shift caught the attention of the research team: an increase in a molecule called interferon gamma. This substance plays a complex role in immunity, helping the body fight off invaders and coordinate defense responses. Its rise hints that cocoa may not only reduce harmful inflammation but also strengthen certain aspects of immune function. That dual action, calming destructive fires while potentially boosting protective mechanisms, could be a game changer in how we think about healthy aging. For decades, medicine has focused on treating diseases after they appear. But this study points toward a different future, one where prevention starts much earlier, not with pharmaceuticals, but with food. Not junk food, not processed snacks, but real, whole, plant-rich nourishment that speaks directly to our biology. Cocoa, in its purest form, turns out to be more than just a treat. It's part of a broader pattern seen across fruits, vegetables, teas, and berries, all rich in compounds that interact with our cells in ways modern science is only beginning to understand. What makes flavanols special is their ability to reach into the molecular machinery of the body and influence how genes behave, how blood vessels relax, and how immune cells respond to threats. They act as both shields and messengers, protecting tissues from oxidative damage while signaling cells to behave in healthier ways. In the context of aging, this kind of gentle, continuous support may add up to big differences over time. It's not about dramatic cures or overnight transformations. It's about creating conditions where the body can maintain balance longer, delaying the onset of disability and disease. Now, none of this means people should start chugging cocoa powder or eating pounds of chocolate every day. Most commercial chocolates are loaded with sugar, fat, and additives that cancel out any benefits. Plus, the flavanol content varies wildly depending on how the beans are grown, fermented, and processed. The supplement used in the trial was carefully standardized to ensure consistency, something you cannot guarantee from store-bought products. Still, the results open the door to new possibilities. Could future supplements be designed specifically to target aging pathways? Might doctors one day recommend plant-based compounds alongside traditional advice on diet and exercise? More importantly, this research reinforces a truth many have long suspected: the best medicine may already exist in nature. Human beings evolved eating a wide variety of plant foods, each packed with unique chemicals that helped us survive and thrive. Over time, modern diets have drifted far from that foundation, favoring convenience over nourishment. Chronic diseases have risen in lockstep. But studies like this one suggest that returning, even partially, to those ancestral patterns could yield profound rewards. It also challenges the idea that aging is simply inevitable deterioration. Yes, time takes its toll. But how fast that toll is collected depends heavily on lifestyle. And among the most powerful tools available, not just for living longer, but for living better, is the food on our plates. The fact that a single plant compound can influence something as fundamental as systemic inflammation shows just how responsive the human body really is to its environment. Looking ahead, scientists will continue analyzing data from the same large trial to explore whether cocoa and similar supplements affect other aspects of aging, including brain health, physical mobility, and resilience to infection. Early signs are promising. Other research has linked high flavanol intake to sharper memory, better blood flow to the brain, and improved energy metabolism. Together, these findings paint a picture of a holistic approach to longevity, one where small, sustainable choices accumulate into meaningful protection. Of course, no supplement can replace sleep, movement, connection, or clean air. No single food holds all the answers. But when layered into a life built on good habits, something like cocoa extract might serve as a valuable ally. It's not a fountain of youth, but it may help preserve the spring in your step a little longer. Perhaps the most beautiful takeaway is this: health does not have to be complicated. Sometimes, the things that bring pleasure, like the rich aroma of cocoa, the deep color of berries, the warmth of tea, also carry quiet healing powers. Science is now catching up to wisdom that cultures around the world have honored for centuries: the idea that food is medicine, that flavor and function go hand in hand, and that nature knows more than we often give it credit for. So next time you sip a mug of unsweetened cocoa or choose a piece of dark chocolate with high cocoa content, consider this: you're not just indulging. You might be doing something quietly revolutionary. You might be sending a message to your cells: slow down, heal, stay strong. And over time, those messages may add up to more years lived fully, with vitality, purpose, and joy. That's not just hope. It's emerging science. And it's changing the way we think about growing old. If you found this deep dive into cocoa, inflammation, and healthy aging fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a story about the science behind real food and long-term health. What we eat isn't just about energy or taste, it's shaping our biology in ways we're only beginning to understand. Drop a comment below. Would you try a daily cocoa supplement, or do you prefer getting your flavonols the natural way? And if you know someone who loves dark chocolate or is curious about heart-healthy habits, share this video with them. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep choosing small steps that support a longer, stronger life. See you in the next video.